Ever wonder why you can't touch your toes anymore as you turn into a mature adult? Now, I know what most of you may say is like, you're older, that's one of the cause. But to be honest with you, that's BS. The reason why you can't touch your toes anymore and be flexible is because you don't do it anymore. As the old saying goes, if you don't use it, you lose it. So I'm going to teach you today how to get your flexibility to come alive again. The flexibility we're going to focus on is going to be the back of your legs, which is known as the hamstring. And in no time, no matter what age you are, a grown man, even a grown woman, if you're a woman watching this, you'll be able to touch your toes and be flexible again. So there will no longer be this. There will be, I can actually reach for my toes. So let's go through the first step, how to get flexible in your hamstring. So the first level, focus on the seated hamstring stretch where you're touching your toes. Just at the edge of the chair and extend your legs out. Okay? Now because your bum is elevated, this is going to make your range of motion easier. Now you may not be able to get to your toes. If you can't, don't rush it. Patience. An impatient man is a harmful man to himself. Okay, so what you want to be doing with this, you want to be doing 3 sets of 30 seconds. Okay, so if you can't touch your toes, by all means reach out for your shins. Okay, eventually when you are able to touch your toes, you're still going to be doing 30 seconds, 3 sets. So eventually when you get to the stage where maybe week 2, week 3, when you're able to touch your toes like this, straight legs, you move on to level 2. So after the chair, find yourself a bench. So we're going lower each level. Okay, so you're going to get yourself a bench. Once again, the same procedure. Sit your bum at the edge of the bench, legs fully extended, bend from the torso, extend the arms until you can go all the way to your toes. Once again, if you can't touch your toes, just go as far as you possibly can because you don't want to get injured. You don't want to be pulling anything, okay? So what you want to do, go farther, hold. Now, as I said, if you can't get hold of the toes, just go as far as you possibly can. This will get harder because the height of each chair and a bench is getting lower. So it will be more of a challenge getting you used to getting lower and touching those toes. Once again, 30 seconds or even 60 seconds, 3 sets. You want to be treating your flexibility like you actually treat your workout. And that's where most individuals like yourself go wrong. You do your warm-up and flexibility work really drips and drabs. And you put so much of focus and passion into the actual workout. Well, I want to tell you about body movement and being able to move as a functional human being. If you are not including flexibility and mobility in your work, your workout, your posture, your movement wouldn't benefit. Trust me. The more you become flexible, more mobile, is going to complement every part of your area, your workout and your movement in everyday life, even down to your posture. So the next step is level 3, where you're going to be sitting down on a stool, which is much lower than the bench. Okay, now if you can get yourself a lower stool, this will be ideal for this level. Okay, so now as you can see, the point of the exercise, my bum now is getting lower to the floor. So this is helping me now to get familiar and feel free in my hamstrings when I'm reaching out for my toes. Okay, so once again, I say as you go lower, it gets more intense, it gets more challenging. Okay, notice man didn't say hard. Okay, hard can't be done, a challenge can be done. Okay, so next, same procedure, legs fully extended straight out in front of you, bend from the torso, reach for the shins. Can't touch your toes. You find out in a week or so that you can reach for the toes, by all means grab it, hold for 30 to 60 seconds, 3 sets. And I keep emphasizing the mindset most of us have when we get to a certain age. We stop doing what we used to do and we blame it on age. Now, if you've got an able body, thank goodness, it's no excuse. It's all down to your mindset. Now, I do have compassion for those who do not have an able body, but if you have an able body, it's down to your mindset and it's down to your lack of movement while you're restricted in doing things that you used to do once upon a time when you was younger, especially being able to stretch, be mobile and be flexible. So once you have worked in this level now, you'll find that you're really can be free to reach your toes. Now you may be thinking, how long should I spend on this? I say about 6 to 8 weeks. And only your body will tell you if 6 to 8 weeks is sufficient enough. If it is, you'll be able to sit on the floor, legs fully extended out, and you'll be able to reach out for your toes if your legs are straight like mine and hold for 30 to 60 seconds. And that's how you can become flexible by doing these progression stages and not blaming it on age, especially if you've got an able body. So man, in my immortal words as always, man, stay healthy, stay active, stay blessed.